Nau mai haere mai ki tēnei podcast. I'm your host, Tāwhiri Mātia, Prisk. This is our first ever podcast, so very nervous, very nerve-wracking, but excited at the same time. And to start off our podcast, I decided who better than to have the honour and the privilege to have my darling and the newest member to our whānau, Waiuhi. So without further ado, we'll get the show on the road. Literally. So the whole reason we're doing this started off as an idea to explore different kōrero around people that I've placed moko upon, and to get a better understanding of their experience receiving moko, their experience within te ao moko, and their thoughts. So yeah, without further ado, she can introduce herself. So yeah.
Ko Michaela tōku ingoa, no tāngoio, no nuhaka, no whatuwhiwhi, ko Tāwhiri Mātia taku hoa rangatira, and ko Waiuhi taku te mahine.
Kia ora. So, to start off the podcast, I just want to do some quick fire questions. Hopefully I know all these. If I don't, oh shit. First question, what is your favourite colour?
Purple.
Yeah! What is your favourite food? Mince. Mince. What is it?
Mince.
Mince. What is your favourite song?
Ooh. Fuck, I don't know.
Come back to that one. So you did jiu-jitsu growing up, eh? What did you like about that martial art?
Built my confidence.
Is that something that we want her to do, eh?
Yeah, and be able to stand up for yourself.
Gee.
Self-defense.
Self-defense. Yeah. That's our quick fire questions. On to the next one. So, what does moko mean to you?
Means everything to me. For me, why I got mine was around having children, like even before having our daughter. I wanted to prepare my body to pave a pathway for the children coming in so that they were safe and, had kaitiaki when they were coming through. That was my whole purpose.
Just went deep there. Okay, so it was to prepare yourself physically, spiritually, our babies spiritually, to enable them to come safely. Beautiful. Rawe. Second question, what are your earliest memories of moko in terms of seeing it, in terms of being around it, and just a quick story about maybe it might be someone that wore moko. You just share that.
I think the first piece I witnessed getting done was my uncle kōpū on my mum, and I knew from that moment, I was about 14 years old, that I wanted to be absolutely covered in moko. and show my journey through that. And I wanted back then, even then I knew I was going to be a mum. I wanted them to know about that, know about moko early.
So when your mum got a moko, how did it make you feel? Like watching it
I was completely in awe because I'd never experienced anything like that. And it was just, well, beautiful experience, really. But yeah, I just wanted my kids to know.
She's stealing the show.
She's having a battle with my I don't know why it's giving the milk there. No, I wanted them to know what we didn't get to grow up with, which was reo, moko, there's mauraka, there's everything, you know. I want her to know all of it and the ones to come.
So you talked about like it was pretty much empowering, eh? And how do you see it now, like in terms of so all your little cousins, because you've got heaps of cousins and they're all quite young. How do you because we've done moko around them heaps, eh? We've done mataora, kaiwhiwhi, puoro, and just your general moko around your cousins. How do you see their reaction? Do you see yourself in them? Yeah.
Yep.
Just if you got anything to share on that.
It's like you see the moment where the seed's been planted and you're like, that's me. I've witnessed you do that with all the kids. And even when you draw mataora and kaiwhiwhi on them, you can just see their reaction and how much they just buzz out and feel like it's like a connection. You can see it happen.
Yeah.
Like it's magic.
Yes, like one of my favourite things to do is to draw moko on kids, because it's like I don't know, it's like an instant change in them. They like feel powerful, they feel Māori airs, and it's just mean. And yeah, and it's a cool way of showing them that it's possible, like yeah, and make it light. So
Building confidence.
and showing it that it's attainable, eh? Not like something that's only for a specific type of person. It's for te ao Māori, eh?
Only for people that can do this or that, or
Yeah.
can have full conversations and all. It's like not all of us were blessed with those upbringings.
Yeah.
Heaps of us were disconnected, and that's one of mine. Things I struggled with and I still do now. Like I know I'm gonna be learning the reo when my daughter's learning it, but oh well, you know, as long as I'm learning it.
Hard. Shit.
Technical difficulty.
I'll edit this part out. Third question. What made you want to receive moko? I think you've already answered it, but if there's anything else you want to add to that.
Empowering myself a lot because, yeah, like I said, I wasn't really that connected. I guess in another way where we were helping to raise our our family, our extended family, and all that, and all my little cousins. That's Māori too, but we weren't connected with the reo, and we would visit the marae sort of, and I think our tikanga was mostly practiced at home.
I remember you saying too that it was hard for you because you felt too white for the Māoris and too Māori for the white people.
Me.
So what would you say your moko was your way of claiming that,
Yeah, reclaiming who I am, and then no one can take that away from me.
And you're not a person that's like going, look at me, I'm a Māori. Hey, like I know that I know you, your reason wasn't to solely say that you were Māori, it was deeper than that, eh?
Yeah, because I never felt like I belonged. Well, heaps of people probably felt like that, but I didn't. So I felt like I had to like build myself up to be prepared for whatever comes at my fucking, comes for me or tries to knock me down, and then I can just build myself up. The reminders of where I'm from and who I am, and it's literally telling myself that no one can take anything from me. I'm the only one that can. I'm the only one that can fucking.
So, next question. So, on April Fool's last year, we both received our moko kanuhi. So I guess this is a question for both of us. How was that experience for you? And just like wanna give a little background story on the why and all that stuff. If you want to, you don't have to.
Well, I actually never thought I would get my kaiwhiwhi anytime soon. I was waiting for I'll wait till I get this and that qualification kind of shit.
Yeah.
But then I realised, oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
I am Māori, I was fucking born Māori. Like, nobody gets to tell me who the fuck I am. I don't know where the fuck I come from. I've worked on my whenua, I've been the kaitiaki of our moana, our awa, planted fucking literally thousands of trees.
Yeah.
I've been around our manu, I know the fucking...
So your reo is
Yeah.
the land, eh?
And the doing.
The kaitiaki of the whenua, the taiao.
Yeah.
That's one thing I learned, like, and that's one thing that I always tell people is like, not everyone was on the pai, so not everyone was an amazing speaker of the reo. Some people's language is through, in the kitchen, through their manaki, looking after the kids, all those. So you qualify in all of those things. You look after everyone. Your manaki is unreal. You look after the babies. You look after the taiao. You look after everything. And the reo can come later. It's just something that we weren't very fortunate enough to be exposed to growing up. But if anyone knows Michaela's whānau, they're definitely that's Māori. Yeah. Oh well. And I'll answer out my part. So same thing. Fuck, I never ever thought I'd get a mataora. It was something that I saw that wasn't attainable for myself. The same reason, couldn't speak reo. Didn't grow up on the marae. All of those things that society nowadays kind of are slowly dying away, but those expectations that we thought were a requirement. Yeah. So, leading up to getting mataora, we set on the date, and so me and Michaela, we decided, because of lots of things, one of them was that we had lost a few babies to miscarriage, and that hara was heavy on us, so we decided to set a date on my 30th, dirty shooty, which didn't happen because the bro was busy, but hey aha, we got there, and so it was a whole lot of stuff. It was a lot about healing, reclamation, honouring ourselves, honouring each other, our relationship, the trials and tribulations that we went through, and then we got it done. Ain't no picture perfect love story here. Finally, it was trials and tribulations, healing, trauma. 5 years. So yeah, we got done, and as soon as that, not trying to sound all spiritual or fairy or anything like.
It literally happened.
Yeah, like as soon as that needle touched my kanuhi, I just let everything go. You know, the passing of my papa. You know, the losing a number of babies, losing whānau members. Um, it all just sort of just the burden and the heaviness of that just dropped off my shoulders, and it was even the burden and heaviness of all those expectations that we perceive as expectations were gone. Like as soon as it was done, I was like, oh fuck, should have got this like 10 years ago. This is all good. It was like, wow, I was wasting my time humming and hiring. Should have just jumped straight on it. But you know, everything happens when it's supposed to happen. But I'm fucking rambling anyway. Um, what has moko done for you in everyday life, both positive and negative? It's a bit of a big question, I suppose. It's hard to answer, but if you don't feel like answering it, all good.
Positive. Mostly positive. You know, obviously, because I'm reclaiming who I am, or the markings that our tipuna, you know, gifted us, really. But I get to walk tall in my own skin, and knowing who I am, and that I'm backed by all those tipuna that were here before us.
Yeah.
I don't really have negative. And more for the positive, I think it helps inspire the younger ones to go and claim back theirs. And that was one of my main things too.
Yeah.
Because I didn't, you know, I see heaps of, not just young ones actually, but Māori that kind of question themselves, or oh, do I even deserve it, or oh, I've got to have that first, and I'm like, fuck, just get it. You know, and then you watch them be mean in their mahi or whatever they're doing, you're like, you totally, you need it. Like, you don't have to wait. And I wanted to show them that they can just go, like, trust what you're feeling.
So I'm gonna answer this question now. So the positives for me was this huge positive. So when we received our moko on our faces, 2 weeks later we found that we were pregnant. You know, if that ain't some fucking magical shit, you know, after 5 years of miscarriages and hoping and praying and midi and we tried everything. Soon as we got our moko done, boom, baby was here. Wow, and yeah, she was pregnant. So yeah, that's a huge positive. I feel like it is definitely connected, and that's why we gave her name, Waiuhi te rau aroha o te pua wānanga. It's pretty much, we're not going to explain it, but it definitely acknowledges that time in our lives and that whole event. And yeah, so that's a positive. Another positive for me is it's given me it's given me a reason to just like the whakatauki whaia ngā mahi o Rarohinga, it's given me a huge incentive to be a better person, to get rid of all that shit that I used to carry around, you know, growing up thinking I was a tough cunt, thinking I was a gangster, you know, all that stuff, that the environment that I was around, and if anyone knows Hastings, you know, it's a beautiful place. I love Hastings, it's where I'm from, but there are positives and there's negatives, and sometimes when you grow up in an environment like that, it's a slippery slope for me, and I was pretty close to joining a gang, to be honest. I was pretty close to, you know, suicide. I was pretty close to being a drug addict, all of that stuff. But te ao Māori, te ao moko has kind of been my saving grace, so I can't preach it enough. You know, I'm a bit of a Brian Tamaki when it comes to moko. You know, if anyone asks me, oh, I'm thinking about getting my face done, straight away I'm like, get it. But I did watch a podcast, one of my brothers, Haruru Arts, Cody Hollis, he was like, oh, I don't really like to push people because that's their journey. And I thought about that and I was like, yeah, nah. Because sometimes I can be like bro, get it done, get it. And like, yeah, I'd rather it be their whole decision. I can only kind of like show them that it's possible by wearing it, and by wearing it well, or the best that I can, and then that shows people that it's possible, especially people that know me and know my background and know a bit of my history, that it's attainable. But there's no criterias, but definitely whaia ngā mahi o Rarohinga. If you're gonna wear it, then follow those rules. If there's any rule, and I hate rules. Fuck, we've been going for ages. I think I'm.
I didn't even bring her up.
It's
Obviously the biggest fucking positive outcome of my life.
So I think it might be a last question. So where do you see moko in the future in terms of our baby, in terms of our nieces, nephews, whatever aspect do you think of?
I think hopefully she's gonna be the next kaita. We'll learn from her papa. I have the same for our nieces, nephews and little cousins and stuff like that, and hopefully they're all wearing moko kaiwhiwhi and matora. Like from now on, surely it'll just spread like wildfire. You can't stop it now.
Yeah, pretty much the same. No. Thank you, my darlings, opening the show. Hope people like this and gain some some value out of this, something to take home and think about. This is the first time. This is the first take. There's no remastering. We're not going back, stopping it or nothing. This is just real, rugged and raw. So yeah, I just want to thank you all if you are watching, and thank you, my darlings, for debuting my awkward anxiety breaking cycles yarns. And yeah, TAWH TALKS.